What is happening, folks? Welcome to I'm Gonna Cut My Hair. Let's check this out. Yes, much better. So 90% of my business is coming from online purchases. I'd like to show you some of the highlights. Check it out.
I collect so many things. Would you like to share this journey with me? I will show you the prizes I got today. So come along with me, come on and join in the chase, yeah!
Well, folks, I finally cut my hair. It was time, and I feel a lot better about it. But in this episode, we are going back in time, and you get to see that brown, beautiful hair all over the place. At the end of the episode, I'll probably mention this again, but it's important to note that not everyone is going to be able to find the same deals or make it work for them. One of the reasons I'm able to do some of this is that shipped items can be really expensive when you have big, bulky, heavy boxes. But I'm buying items that are primarily out of California, and since I'm based in California, my shipping costs are really low. So some of you may not be able to swing the same kind of deals that I'm swinging simply because I'm buying relatively local. Now, that doesn't mean that this is impossible for you guys. It just means that you sort of have to really dig deep for some of those deals. And Mercari is definitely one of those sites that I would spend a lot of time on and just find the deals. It happens every day. I probably buy 5 to 10 items a week on Mercari. I have made an episode totally dedicated to buying video games on Mercari. You should check that out. But like I said, this episode will show you some of the highlights of what I'm getting and some really solid profit for something that I don't even have to go anywhere to get. So 2 years ago, I was crazy about buying things on OfferUp, a little bit of Facebook Marketplace, and some other local sites to get a lot of my video game inventory. And that just isn't the case anymore. And plus the competition out here is so fierce. The chances of me getting items is just, it's so small. But I have made a significant connection with an online auction company that I'm buying huge amounts of untested consoles. And my success rate on them, or the workable rate on them, is about 70%. So I'm gonna show you a few of what I just picked up, and I'll tell you how much I paid for them. You guys tell me, did I do okay? Of course, I did pick this up as well. So for any of you Power Ranger fans out there, this was sweet in box. I think I paid 30 bucks for this. Paid just about 100 for this. So a bunch of controllers, one Xbox One controller, which was awesome, and then 3 PS2 fat units, which I'm getting well over $100 for. Did get some power cables, which I'm really, really thankful for. Trying to see if there's anything else in there. A couple more power cables down there. Paid 100 bucks for this box, and that includes all the controllers, so not bad right there. And then right here are the Xbox 360 Slims, plus I got this Halo Reach, and I have a controller sitting around ready to be bundled with it, so that was sweet. Of course, got to test everything, but what we're going to do right now is we're going to see how many 250 gigabyte or more hard drives we have inside. So let's start with this one. This is almost assured to have one. Yeah, so the 250 is there. Second one. Nice. It's another one. Oh, keep going. Nothing. Go. Yes. Yeah. So I paid just about $150 for all 6 of those consoles, and I'll do well over that. In fact, the hard drives alone will probably get me pretty close to that. All right, it's same day. Took my sweatshirt off because it is hot in the warehouse now. Everything ended up working, all of it. I tested every console, I tested the accessories, and it all works. So I'm gonna flip the phone around, show you everything that I got and what I paid for it, and let's talk about profit margins, because this online purchasing stuff, it's working out really well for my business, and I'm gonna make a huge recommendation to go out and do the exact same things. I'll give you a couple of sites that you can use, but right here, right now, I'm looking at some really good money. So let's take a look. So we started with 6 Xboxes. One was the Halo Reach edition, which I sold one of those recently on eBay. And then we had the PS2s, the fat model, and then that nice little Power Ranger Zeo cannon.
That was a sweet little throw-in. And all these accessories. My all-in cost for everything here, the Xbox 360's under 200, so I'm just gonna say 200, rounded up. The PlayStation 2 Fats were $100 total, so that's 300. And the Power Rangers Zeo Cannon was 35. I'm gonna start populating on screen what I think the value of each individual thing's gonna be. On the left, those two power supplies for the Xbox 360. If you have those, you can get probably $30 for them, free shipping, maybe as high as 35. Here is a valuation of the Xbox 360 controller value right here. And then the Xbox One, that unfortunately I won't be selling either because that's gonna get bundled with an Xbox One I have, but the value of that is right here. And then I have a stack of Xbox 360 hard drives. There's 4 of them there. I did keep one in the Halo Reach edition, and that value is right here. And then I have 2 PlayStation 2 network adapters, and those are fairly decent. I think I can get 14 or 15 bucks a piece for those. The PlayStation 1 units themselves, so if I'm just calling it console only because there's no controllers with them, that value for those is right here. And each of the Xbox 360s, since I have 3 power supplies, HDMI cables, I get them for like $1 or $2 a piece because I buy them in bulk. So for me, the total value of the Xbox 360s is right here, bringing my grand total for everything, including the Zeo Cannon, which I haven't forgotten about you. I'm gonna populate that right over here. So the cumulative of everything, the value here is this much money. That was just huge score, and we'll talk a little bit more about what sites to use to get some of this stuff.
It's 2 days later, and we have actually gotten yet another shipment of items that I purchased online at auction or on sites like Mercari. I also use Shop Goodwill for any of you guys who are wondering, and there are a couple others that I like to use from time to time. So we're gonna unbox this. We're gonna look at how much I paid. We're gonna see how beautiful some of these finds are and how much I'm going to get in return. Okay, so this first one is a PS4. Now this is going to be what I believe is a non-working PS4, but I have a guy locally, whether it's a power supply or if it's HDMI, I pay him about 40 bucks and he fixes it. I paid $40 for this plus $10 shipping, so I'm $50 in on this. And part of me believes that sometimes it's as simple as just a power button issue, like it's just not making contact with the board. That's actually like a super easy fix. So we're gonna plug this in, see if it actually fires on, and if it does, then I paid $40 for this beautiful little PS4 that is selling really well on Amazon for me. Tested the PS4 and no video. So I have a choice: flip it right now as is or get it fixed. All right, this PS3's, we have 2 controllers and these were all tested, so these should all be working. Okay, all right. So there's going to be some mystery a part of this. I thought I saw a bunch of sealed PS3 games when I bought this lot. I've been able to sell these pretty frequently, and just double check. If I were you, I would look to sell PS3s, especially these models, 120, 160, 320 gig. I'm getting anywhere between $150 to almost $200 on Amazon versus just about 115, plus you have to bundle in games on eBay. So make sure you double check to see whether or not you can or cannot ship PS3s on Amazon, because you get pretty decent money. This one I'll get 170 bucks for. And here is the stack. Oh, there's one sealed game. 2 copies of Grand Theft Auto 5, which is pretty sweet. Okay, Assassin's Creed, nothing crazy. Metal Gear 4, Guns of the Patriots, I'm trying to remember. I don't think that's anything special, maybe like 10 bucks. Not anything worth more than 5-10 bucks. Call of Duty Ghosts, not great. Call of Duty Black Ops. The orange box, that's pretty decent right now, selling on Amazon, pretty good money. Hey, and we have our first sealed game,
Beyond Two Souls. Game is actually rattling around in there, which kind of is a bummer. And then Survival Shadows of Katmai. This is also sealed. I've never heard of it. So we'll go ahead and look those two up to see what we're looking at for value there. And The Last of Us, 2 copies of that. Looks like one has the manual, the other does not. Okay, styrofoam inserts all over the place. Okay, so we have yet another PS3 Fat, and this is the K model. And now for the other stack of games. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock, Rock Band, Rocksmith, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. That's a little tongue twister for you. Ooh, Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition. Let's see if this is all in there. It is. I think this goes for decent money. Actually, I don't think that one does. Twisted Metal, that's a good one to find. Rocksmith, another one. NHL NK7, this can't be worth anything. I don't think that's on anyone's sports list. Destiny and Batman Arkham Origins. This is the stack of games we have. And we'll check to see what these sealed games are worth, but that does it for this box. Let me just double check. This next box is gonna probably blow your mind. I paid $4.95 for everything here. This is all gonna be Sega Saturn related. Nights into Dreams, this is just loose disc. I actually have 2 copies of this. Let me show you the other one. Second copy right here. So 2 copies of that, which I think that game goes for pretty good money. This is Sonic R. This one is actually very sought after, but no case, no manual. Next, we've got all of the controllers, all of the cables, all of the hookups for not 1, but 2 Sega Saturn systems. Here is the first one. These are all supposed to be working. Of course, I will test them. And inside we have Daytona USA. Of course, again, loose disc. The next one we have here is, again, Sega Saturn with Virtua Fighter 2. Then we do have another copy of Nights into Dreams. This is the one that would come with the system. Then we have the long box, the manual, which I'm guessing this might have some value as well for anyone who's a collector. But folks, the reason why I bought it in the first place was this right here. Resident Evil, Sega Saturn, and well, it's complete. Unfortunately, I do need to buy another one of these long boxes, which I think I can get them for about 10 bucks a piece. But the disc is like minty. It's just beautiful. And I think I saw a comp on eBay going for like 300 bucks for this. So I'm guessing my value, without looking anything up, of course, there's probably gonna be something below here telling you the value of all of this. But I think right here, this box, I'm gonna be looking at like $800 in value after fees. And that means I'm probably gonna make 300 bucks on just this box alone. I'm stoked about that. That's fantastic. So day 3, this is the kind of inventory that I'm buying online. It's coming in the mail and I'm flipping it for a profit. So let's see what we got in this one. All right, so we start off with Pokemon Art Academy. Let's take a look, just make sure everything's in there. You know what? It's not. I guess he randomly threw in a New Kids on the Block pack, which I guess is kind of cool. And then we also have, this is the Aqua Blue 3DS. Let's see if it will turn on. Looks like, oh yeah, we got something. All right, this is a pretty big box, and I believe it's gonna be PlayStation 2s. They didn't do me any favors on packing it, that's for sure. All right, here's 1, here's 2, and then we've got some PlayStation 3s, so this is nice. This will sell, let's see what version. This is 160 gig. I should be able to sell this within the day. Oh, okay. So this is a surprise. This might be the A model. It is! Oh, baby! Oh, this is nice. Okay, so hopefully it can clean up. Hopefully it turns on. I would say 90% of the time these don't work. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this one out. If you guys wanna see gross, let me show you gross. All right, so the good news is I turned it on, it is working, but what we'll do is I'm gonna show you how gross and dirty it is, and we'll go through just a quick cleaning process to kind of show you, well, before and after, because it's always kind of fun to see what something looks like really gross and what it looks like after you clean it. That was today's episode, folks. Lots of great video game inventory. A lot of that stuff is selling pretty quickly. However, one thing that I'm noticing right now, and I'm not sure if everyone's sensing the same thing, but I'm definitely seeing a trend on the electronics / the collectibles items where about 4 weeks ago, I was really seeing a pretty dominant peak in my sales. Now I'm seeing those same items kind of sit for longer or selling for less. Something to keep in mind as we cycle into the summer season, that most of your sales are gonna stagnate a little bit unless you're selling sports related items. You know, golf equipment is a great example of something that's really hot right now, but there are a lot of things for me just kind of sit there. So don't be discouraged, just know that you have to be prepared for Q4, and yes, we're in Q2, but Q4 is coming and it will definitely help to offset some of these slow months that we're gonna be going into. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you love the new haircut, and for all of you that have made it this far, if you aren't a subscriber, make sure you become one. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of content, and of course, I'll see you next time. Take care.